What up, it's your boy T on the reaction. This is a maker from Films Friday. I do apologize. I know I pulled a poll up because I thought I might have a chance to do a little Films Friday before I had my gig on that Friday, but I did not. I had lots of stuff to do right after work, so there's that. Also, this whole weekend been busy at that gig on Saturday as well too. So I'm finally here. So it's gonna come out late. So it's gonna be eventually music and movie Mondays. So with that being said, we're gonna check out. Well, first off, I actually did a poll this time. One, the new Nosferatu is on delay because of the YouTube situation, and you know how it is with YouTube and copyright as well too. Plainly, Sony, who knows. That being said, I decided to do a poll instead for the next kill count as well too, though, because in the same time I was delay of this one. So that being said, the polls I pulled out was kill counts from previous kill counts that I've been trying to get it down for the time being. Choices was Pearl because I'm trying to do that, and then Maxine soon. Totally Killer, I've been interested and been curious of checking that out, as well as Lisa Frankenstein and Abigail. It's like an interesting one. So with majority rule, the kill coming we'll check out tonight is none other than Abigail right here. So I don't know too much about Abigail, but I know it's got to do something with a ballet dancer turned demon. I don't know full story about it, but we're going to get to it with James. So without further ado, let's check it out. Test 1 2. I see my thing is on slow. Here we go.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies and show you how they were made. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Abigail, released in 2024. Abigail was made by Radio Silence, right now, and stars Melissa Barrera, who led both their Scream sequels.
Oh, she on this too?
Similar to From Dusk Till Dawn, it begins as a crime caper before switching to a monster movie halfway through. The twist was heavily advertised, though to be fair, I'm not sure how they would have marketed the movie otherwise. Still, if you want to go in completely blind, this is your one and only warning. Okay, you good? Good. Abigail began as a modern update of Dracula's Daughter, but eventually became its own story entirely. Its only leftover tie to the 1936 film is who Abigail ends up being. After making their imprint on the Scream franchise, this movie sees Radio Silence return to Ready or Not mode. And it's not just because of the mansion setting or all the buckets of blood splatter. It's because it's got an incredible ensemble cast playing hilarious characters. They're not good people. I mean, they kidnap a little girl, but it's hard not to like
this
them
big dude's on this
chemistry
too?
And banter.
She looks familiar too.
Wasn't good enough. Abigail is an amazing child/monster performance by Alicia Weir. The story is a little jumbled and feels like it falls itself during the third act, but any excuse to watch these performers perform is fine with me. It's too fun for me to really care.
Well, it's gonna
of
be
course,
interesting.
as per usual with Radio Silence
So this is gonna be interesting to want to watch. So yeah, I picked another good winner.
movies, I won't pretend that I'm unbiased. They're my friends. I like and respect them as people so much that it might affect how I judge their movies. But also, it's not like my opinion is a rare one. Their films are crowd pleasers, going by pretty much every metric available, and Abigail is no different. How many bodies will grace this? Oh,
here we go.
Whatever could that be? A sponsor, maybe? Let's go find out.
Lord,
We've hacked your YouTube channel.
Uh-oh.
What? If you want your videos to stay up, use the razor in this box to shave your head. Then put the hair in the box and leave it outside? Is this some kind of kink thing? P.S. This isn't a kink thing. Huh. Well, guess I have no choice. Oh, come on, a generic razor? You could have sprung for something premium like the Dome Shaver Pro from today's sponsor, Manscaped.
I knew
it comes
it.
with 5 premium rotary blades.
At first, we talking about hacking his YouTube. I thought it was gonna be like VPN, NordVPN. So then it's all about shaving. Like, oh, it's probably Manscaped.
It's designed specifically for head shaving. Its skin-safe technology means I'm less likely to experience nicks and cuts, and its magnetic blade head makes cleaning as easy as 1, 2, 3. We don't care. Well, you should, because after all, its Flex Adjust technology helps each blade stay close to my dome, adapting to its many unique contours. So, I don't know, if you're wanting to do some weird thing with my hair, I just thought the closest possible shave would be to your benefit. Guess I was wrong. And you didn't even include any aftercare, like Manscaped's Dome Soother Aftershave Lotion. It's dermatologist tested and infused with soothing ingredients to calm and nourish your scalp. Jesus, fine, we'll leave you alone if you just shut up. Alright, that's more like it.
That worked.
If you ever think of trying to mess with me or this channel again, you'd better head over to manscaped.com and get the Dome Shaver Pro and Dome Soother. And when you do, use promo code KILLCOUNT20 for 20% off your order plus free shipping.
How many bodies will grace this ballet
There
of
you go.
blood? Let's find out and get to the kills. The movie begins with dancing shoes as our titular tiny dancer rehearses her routine. Yep, there she is. It's Abigail. She's dancing to Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake, and it's a good thing that song kicks so much ass, because you're gonna hear it a lot throughout the film. It's also fitting on a meta level. Swan Lake was used in the opening credits of the original 1931 Dracula. Elsewhere in the city, a bunch of crooks assemble. A gun-toting gal with a lollipop gets picked up by a couple of shady customers.
The temperature okay back there? Is it too cold or too hot? Or
Temperature's fine.
Hey, shady or not, dude still wants 5 stars. The black-clad bandits use a tracker on Abby's car to beat her back to her fancy-ass house. The criminals don't know each other or who their target is. All they know is it's a kidnapping job.
No one said it was a kid.
Oh, no one said that? It's a fucking kid.
I mean, you're kidnapping someone. Kid is literally part of the
Kidnapping.
word. Abigail gets home and cozies up in bed, only to get ambushed by the kidnappers. She puts up quite a fight, stabbing one of them with a pencil, and they calm her down with a Swan Lake sedative. Then they bag the ballerina and duffel abduct her away. They're almost caught when an alarm system goes off, but they make it to their getaway van and successfully escape. They take their blindfolded bounty to a radio silence rendezvous, a big old mansion, specifically an overgrown neo-tutor way outside the city called Wilhelm Manor. It's a scream. They file inside
Well,
past the guy who
I
hired
can't wait to find a reason on why they kidnap her before, shit hits the fan.
Lambert, played by Giancarlo Esposito, in
Oh,
a very
Lord.
Giancarlo Esposito role. He's the mysterious middleman between the crew and their client, and his job is to keep things mysterious for everyone. They're not allowed to talk about their personal lives, and he collects their phones like they're seeing Dave Chappelle do stand-up. They're also not allowed to reveal their names.
Hey, no names. You know the fucking rules.
Of course, it's hard to talk about a movie if the characters don't have names, so thankfully Lambert gives them code names based on members of the Rat Pack.
Frank, Dean, Sammy, Peter, Joey, and
Damn, this man got his finger on the pulse of pop culture.
you're Don fucking Rickles. You happy?
Lord.
Not really.
As Rickles intimated, the Rat Pack's a pretty dated reference.
how come you called us rats?
So if you didn't know, they were a group of singers who also
Yup.
made Vegas-centered films like the original Ocean's 11. Lambert leaves the pack as they secure the house and their captive. To minimize risk and exposure, only Candy Girl Joey is allowed to interact with Abigail. Joey's a nurse and is codenamed after Joey Bishop, a comedian and talk show host. The group's leader Frank is named after Frank
Frank
Sinatra,
Sinatra.
leader of the Rat Pack after Humphrey Bogart died. The group's muscle is
Oh,
Peter, named
really? I never knew that Humphrey Bogart was originally part of the Rat Pack. That's interesting to know.
Peter Lawford, who married into the Kennedy family. Getaway driver Dean is named after Dean
Dean
Martin,
Martin.
the king of cool and singer of That's Amore. Computer hacker Sammy is named after Sammy
Sammy
Davis
Davis
Jr.,
Jr.,
Mr. Show Business, while the group's no-nonsense military marksman is named after Don Rickles, insult comic and honorary member of the Rat Pack. Their job is to defend the house for 24 hours while ransom is collected from Abigail's unknown wealthy father. At least this dope mansion makes for a chill hang. It's even got a fully stocked open bar, and they say crime doesn't pay. Despite Lambert's ban on personal information, the boozing quickly gets them swapping backstories.
Crisp $100 bill. You can tell me one true thing about me.
Turns out Joey has a near superhuman ability to read people, so she turns exposition into a parlor trick. She calls out Frank as an ex-detective, having noticed his use of police hand
Wow.
signals. She notes that Peter is a native of Quebec, that Rickles was in the Marines, and that Sammy's a rich girl who's in it for the thrill. As for Dean, he's just vibing.
You got
So yeah, I'm trying to remember some of these dudes they show from her. Let me see. Wait, Abigail, other than the the main girl and her, of course. Let's see. I know. Yeah, Angus Cloud. I knew who he was. Though Angus Cloud. He died recently. Yeah, from Euphoria, and on Freaky Tales. Oh yeah. Oh, he's on Freaky Tales. Yeah. Oh, on the last movie, before he passed, must be the last movie he passed. Oh yeah, Angus Cloud, Catherine Newton. Who she? That I knew she looks familiar. Where's she from? She's from Freak. Damn, so this is like our third movie too. Like this is gonna be like her third Dead Meat movie, and possibly a fourth, and possibly will be a fourth soon because she's in the Rated Night too though. But she's Lisa Frank style and freaky. So yeah, wow, okay. Let's see, the black guy, Will Callett. What he looks familiar too. Alright, he's from Charm City. Black Line. Okay, just remember the face, but I do know the big guy. He been on a lot of stuff. Yeah, Kevin Durant, do like 6'6" or something like that. Yeah, 6'6". He been in a lot of movies as well too. Yeah, so yeah, no need to go down his resume though. He's pretty vet as well too. But let's keep going. Oh yeah, and Frank? And just curious, Frank, who's he? He's from Beauty and the Beast and The Guest. Anyway, let's keep going.
Loose wiring. Probably a sociopath.
As Joey leaves to check on their hostage, Frank calls her out as a former drug addict, hence her penchant for snacking on sweets. These two have been butting heads from the get-go, since during the kidnapping, he was about to punch that kid. Joey don't approve of that violence, and is nice to Abigail, even giving her a break from her kitty shackles. She has a soft spot for kids, probably because she has one herself, and a strange son who we briefly saw on her phone before it was confiscated. She lets her guard down enough to mention him to Abby.
He's just a normal kid.
Just an innocent kid. Abigail says her father won't pay the ransom because he doesn't care about her. She also implies he's not a man to mess around with.
I'm sorry about what's gonna happen to you.
Thanks? Joey gets spooked and asks Frank who the father is, but he doesn't know, so he heads to the girl's room and politely asks her himself.
Who the fuck is your father?
And since he asks so nicely, she lets him know.
Christoph Lazar?
The father reveal freaks Frank out like he were on the Maury show. In fact, it's enough to make him, the consummate professional, try to quit the job right then and there. A bunch of the crew has heard of Christoph Lazar. He's a kind of Kaiser Soze-like crime boss, so ruthless and mysterious, some consider him an urban legend. But he's really for reals, and the group nearly calls it quits. It's only the promised payout of $7 million each that keeps them inside for now. They split up to protect the house from outside threats. Joey finds an opulent library with a malfunctioning window and a haunted mansion statue. Yo, is that Jamiroquai? She also checks Rickles.
Stupid. He's so stupid. Yo, he's so stupid for that comment. Because of the hat, yo.
He's been holed up in a sniper's nest. Actor Will Catlett did a lot of firearm training to play his character.
Because military guys, they can tell whether you know how to handle the gun or not. That's important to me to make them look good.
Rickles sees Joey as the only other proper professional, so a trust develops between them. Trust and lust, am I right? Ugh.
And keep the grab ass to a minimum.
Aww, Lambert never lets us have any fun. Dean's been trying to grab some ass of his own.
So, you got a boyfriend or something like that?
Sammy would rather pass the time watching cartoons, especially after Dean tries to jump scare her out of her pants. What were you hoping for there, dude? A prank gone wrong, gone sexual? Because it didn't work.
Wait. Stupid motherfucker! God!
I didn't mean to scare you.
I don't give a shit!
Dean goes looking for a midnight snack and gets a karmic jump scare in the form of a rat. An off-screen presence crunches on the rodent before getting mean with Dean as
Come here!
Calls for help are heard by Sammy, who comes to investigate. She discovers his headless body on the kitchen table. Death by decapitation. Dean was played by the late Angus Cloud, best known for his starring turn in Euphoria. Cloud sadly died weeks after wrapping his role, right after the SAG-AFTRA strike suspended production. That means they had to come.
Oh no, it was after. Wait a minute. It's been that long since the SAG-AFTRA strike? Because he died in 2023. Oh Lord, hold on. Maybe I heard that wrong though, but anyway. And how did he pass away, by the way? Found dead because
For help are heard by Sammy, who comes to investigate. She discovers his headless body propped up at the kitchen table. Death by decapitation. Dean was played by the late Angus Cloud, best known for his starring turn in Euphoria. Cloud sadly died weeks after wrapping his role, after the SAG-AFTRA strike suspended production. That means they had to come back and finish making the movie after his death. Everyone said they wanted to make sure they did it well and do him justice.
So they made afterwards. Damn. That sucks. Oh yeah, it's all possum. Dad, these is all fours, all possum beliefs. Even Freaky Tales, Abigail, Lucky Day. Wait a minute, I thought Freaky Tales came out way later. No, it got released in theaters in 2025. I guess I thought. Dang, that's great. That's sad, yo.
Cloud had finished filming all his material, so there was no need for digital recreations or sound-alike ADR.
That's good.
Like all the other cast members, he brings a unique energy to the ensemble. We've seen this character type before, but he has an authenticity that elevates Dean and keeps him hilarious.
Let me get a piece of that candy.
Get your own.
Fuck you too.
I would have loved to see him in more projects.
Right.
The commotion
RP.
gathers the group in the kitchen, where Joey surmises who's behind this gory scene. A guy named Valdez, Christophe Lazar's legendary enforcer. His bloodthirsty reputation is widely known. Rickles recounts a story about some of Lazar's men who were going to testify against him. Even though they were guarded on the top floor of a building, Valdez managed to kill them all.
All their bodies are ripped apart. Limbs and organs missing. Decapitations. That's his signature.
Oh great, YouTube's gonna love that. I'm not a fan of introducing a second unseen character. These characters talking about Lazar and now Valdez makes things a little confusing, especially when the accusations start flying, like when Abigail tells Joey that Frank admitted to being Valdez. The confusion is enough to make Rickles finally want to leave, but the front door is blocked by an iron gate so sturdy, not even Peter can break it down.
It's locked.
Thanks, Peter.
Their meddling sends the house into full lockdown mode, barring all the doors and windows and leaving them trapped like rats in a pack.
Oh, now I get the name now. I get it. The Rat Pack, right?
Wilhelm Manor was played by the Guinness Manor, aka Glen Maroon in Dublin, Ireland. It was built in 1904 by socialite Arthur Ernest Guinness of the Guinness Beer Dynasty. He actually built 2 houses, so one could just be used for parties. Man, that fucking rules. Radio Silence found the house, then tailored the story to the location. The same thing they did for their VHS segment, 103198. The place was abandoned when they arrived, so production dressed it with everything you see. The only locations not filmed at the manor were the library and kitchen cellar, which were sets built by production designer Susie Cullen.
Okay.
Joey and Rickles hatch a plan to take the others out and escape on their own. But Rickles only makes it like 5 steps before he's stopped dead in his tracks. When Joey checks on him, she sees him missing a whole lot of face and neck flesh. Yeah, you kinda need those parts to live, man. Joey heads downstairs and holds the rest of the team at gunpoint, but Frank manages to turn it
At least he wasn't the first one to get killed like they always do us, you know. But damn!
into a standoff. He don't take kindly to Abby's accusations, so he sends Peter upstairs to cap their kidnappee.
It's my job, Joey.
Peter's like a lovable big dumb dog, and he develops a cute friendship with Sammy.
You're just missing, so you have to finish the whole bottle, aren't you?
I don't know why you would say that.
Oh, that's bad.
Ha!
I like you. You're scary though.
But he is not a moral man. Earlier, after Abigail accidentally saw Frank unmasked, he was quick to jump to termination.
Now we have to kill her.
Actor Kevin Durand plays the multifaceted character perfectly and says the big oaf drinks so much to drown out his guilt. Durand's horror credits include Legion and Tragedy Girls, but now
he's on Tragedy?
as that sick son of a bitch Martin Keamy in Lost. Alex didn't deserve that! Joey tries to protect Abby by pummeling Peter, but Abigail finally shows her true colors, and those colors are blood red. That Valdez isn't some hitman, it's Abigail herself. Frank shoots her before she can do any damage, but not even a headshot can keep her down. They realize their new reality.
We kidnapped a fucking vampire. A ballerina vampire.
It's a twist that was never a twist thanks to the marketing, which may have impacted your enjoyment of the film. I'm honestly fine going like a full half hour without the characters knowing, but 50 minutes feels like a lot when you're sitting there waiting for the other point shoe to drop. Frank wants to fight back, so they gather their collective knowledge about vampire lore. He sends Peter to make wooden stakes out of pool cues and Sammy to get garlic from the kitchen.
I got him.
Sammy, those are fucking onions.
Incredible line reading from Dan Stevens, who kicks ass in The Guest and double dipped in horror this year thanks to Cuckoo. Radio Silence wanted a sort of Breakfast Club ensemble of characters.
There's like the hacker and the driver and the muscle and the... I don't know what Frank is, he's just an asshole.
All the actors were given room to improvise, which resulted in a lot of funny outtakes on the Blu-ray.
Place is fire.
Lord.
And it's gotta fire.
R.I.P.
Cloud
Genghis.
came up with the scene where he scares Sammy with a mask, while Stevens had a whole list of names for a scene where he calls Abigail Angelina Ballerina. It's hilarious seeing them do more than a dozen takes, since he keeps cracking up Barrera by using new names.
So I walk in there to see little Nelly Nutcracker memorizing my fucking face. To see baby Black Swan memorizing my fucking face.
See?
So I walk in there to see Penelope Pirouette memorizing my fucking
She can't get a straight face.
The actors also had input on their characters' backstories and appearances.
Yeah.
Peter was scripted to be from Louisiana, but Kevin Durand changed it to Quebec so he could use his real accent from Northern Canada.
Okay.
Barrera helped pick her leather outfit and shaggy hair that I absolutely loved. Catherine Newton took inspiration from Gwen Stefani, suggesting a skirt and tattoos like the fuck mom one on her hands.
Love this character. It's just kind of who I want to be.
Stevens also cultivated his look with inspiration from I Think You Should Leave.
Slick back hair. Yeah, I mean, we wanted.
I want to go part of she's from Freaky and Lisa Valentine.
Tim, the reference was we wanted to be a real piece of shit.
Hey man, people can change.
And
As
that's- you
always,
got the,
Radio
like-
Silence ran a loving set where all their cast and crew had nothing but positive things to say about each other.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in a
Oh.
cast with such different types who all seem to get along so well.
Joey sits this fight out, thinking they're underestimating their fun-sized foe. The other three follow the sound of Swan Lake upstairs, where Abigail's having a partner
English.
dance with Dean's headless body. It's enough to give them pause, as it should. This shit is absolutely horrifying. It all begins, but Abigail has an allium immunity, so she turns Sammy's ribcage into a speed bag. Peter's crucifix becomes a weapon for Stabby Abby, who punctures his chest 30 times by my count. Goddamn! Frank takes a staking through the leg. That finally sends everyone running or limping away. Abigail just lets them go, because she likes to play with her food. The group rejoins Joey to lick their wounds. While their vampire lore proved useless, they do have one thing they know works, a needle full of night-night juice. They split up to search the manor, and a jump-scaring bat causes Sammy to trip and fall into a swimming pool. Unfortunately for both of us, it is chock full of rotting corpses.
How many bodies we talking? Like 2, 3?
Yeah, Sammy, please give us a number? That's not a number. Guess I'll go ahead and make Tim do it.
Oh, fuck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Tim counted 41 soggy dead bodies in this people suit, determined from the shots in the film and some behind the scenes footage too. But don't even think about asking us the gender breakdown here. Sammy is played by modern horror
Here we
icon
go.
Catherine Newton, who we've seen on this show in Freaky and Lisa Frankenstein. While she had a great time in the much smaller practice pool,
This is so fun!
the same could not be said when they got to the real deal.
I'm gonna take you to the worst place in the world.
Newton had to be submerged in a tank within a tank filled with a whole bunch of dead bodies. It took them a while to film, and by the end of it, she was nearly as traumatized as her character.
I'm having PTSD right now.
While dealing with a splinter, Peter is tracked down by Abigail. She Megans her way after him and Kool-Aid Man's through a locked door.
Wow.
Chelsea has assured me that running around doing dance moves is highly accurate to young girls who do ballet. The chase is cut short by a poorly timed entrance from Frank. It's gotta hurt. Joey and Sammy arrive to help as Abigail gives Frank a nudge down the stairs. During the ensuing fight, their needle gets knocked behind a locked gate and Abby bites Sammy. Abigail goes full swan and starts to fly away with Frank until she's stopped by Peter bodying the ballerina. The big boy manages to pin her down long enough for Joey to stick her with the nappy time needle.
Fucking bitch!
Okay,
Damn.
calm down.
I'll rip your fucking heads off and gorge myself.
Wash your mouth, little girl. I don't give a damn you a vampire. You wash your mouth, little girl.
On your blood.
Hey, that is not calming down. Irish actress Alicia Weir had to
She's
research
Irish.
vampire lore since her only exposure to them was the Vampire Diaries. Seriously, that was it.
Alicia doesn't know what Twilight is.
To transform her appearance, she wore contact lenses and dentures, which she worried would interfere with her American accent. But it didn't. She pulled it off, no problem.
Flawless American accent. And only afterwards did I discover that she's from Dublin. And that she's never had a dialect coach. She just watches the telly.
Although Abigail's unconscious, Sammy's worried about her bite.
I feel like I got bit by a fucking vampire. What the fuck is gonna happen to me?
They lock Abby in the elevator and ask about the side effects, but the smarmy marmy hits them with an I don't know, no matter how much they compliment her performance.
You're really good at pretending to be a little girl.
Thank you. I've had a few centuries of experience.
Abigail reveals she's the brains behind this entire evening, and that Lambert actually works for her. She knows all their real names and backstories, and reveals them in another exposition dump. It doesn't work nearly as well as the earlier one from Joey. It just feels like too much info too fast. I will note that Frank's real name is revealed to be Adam Barrett, a nod to filmmakers Adam Wingard and Simon Barrett, who Radio Silence worked with in the original VHS. Abby says each of them crossed her father in some way, so she's lured them here to kill them as revenge. As the Pool of Death shows, it's far from the first time she's played this game. She keeps doing it to try to get her dad's attention, but it hasn't worked yet. Man, even vampires have daddy issues. Abigail offers to spare the first person who frees her, but when Peter tries to take the deal, Joey stops him with a flashlight. She and Sammy leave to treat it, so Frank is left alone with Abby, who shows how much she's playing with them by promptly breaking free. She's ready to sink her fangs into Frank, but Joey returns and gets to bashing out a window. The sun has finally started rising, and it blows up Abby's hand with a blood splatter. That little nub is growing back fast, so Joey and Frank get the fuck out of Dodge. The whole group heads to the library, where that open window is letting in a beam of sweet, sweet sunlight. Sammy's even able to stick her hand in it, which means she's still human. You know, for now. Trapped within this light, Joey talks about her estranged kid.
That's why I took this job. With that money, I can start over, you know? A reset.
It sparks an idea in Sammy, who figures the house must have a control room she can use to reset the lockdown. They split up once again to search the house. Frank's wary of Sammy's bite, so Peter volunteers to pair up with her. I love the relationship between these two.
You're my friend.
While they check out the Manor's greenhouse, Abigail puts on a record that Sammy starts hearing in her head. Get out of my head, man! While that bite didn't turn her into a vampire, it has left Sammy open to Abigail's influence.
You're mine.
She parsecs into Sammy's body and uses it to kill Peter. Sucking him down like a Capri Sun. Sad to see him go. Samigail uses her radio to lure Joey and Frank to her location. While she's waiting, we get a kick-ass dance sequence set to Blood and Tears by Danzig as Abigail pirouettes in Sammy's body. This puppet dance was something production came up with last minute and thought they would only use a little bit of. However, Newton was so experienced, having been a Miami City ballet dancer, they wound up using the entire act in one of the film's standout scenes.
The movie pauses for a moment.
Alicia Weir was no stranger to dancing either. She previously starred in the movie adaptation of Matilda the Musical. But unlike Newton, Weir had never done ballet before and had to endure 8 weeks of training with choreographer Belinda Murphy.
I'd never gone on point, so for the opening scene, I had 2 to 3 months of rehearsals.
She was also excited about the movie's stunts and fight scenes.
When I heard there was loads of stunts, I was so determined to try and do all the ones that I could do myself.
And she did, putting on a harness and doing a whole lot of wire work. Frank and Joey find Sammy crying crocodile tears over Peter's body.
He's dead. She got him. Oh no.
She tries to attack them, chasing them all the way back to the library. Before she can pounce, Joey uses a platter to reflect some sundown, splattering Sammy bits all over the place. The blood explosion has become a radio silence statement, probably because it brings the boys so much joy.
The minute the explosion's over, the whole crew just breaks into cheer. It's so fun. There's blood dripping everywhere. People are messy, but that's the exciting part.
They're huge fans of practical effects and blood, and thinks it helps their actors if they have to physically carry the violence that's been done to them.
Matt and Tyler love blood.
They use big old blood cannons to create their crimson explosions, and reportedly used 30,000 liters of blood in the movie, with 18,000 used in the pool scene alone. They wound up using all the blood available in Ireland, and had to import more from the UK. Jeez, guys. One of the bookcases opens up, revealing a secret passageway that leads to a control room. There, Frank and Joey find a fangified Lambert. He's been under Abigail's control for the past 2 years, but he's tired of it and wants to be freed. After restraining Joey, Lambert offers Frank a deal. If he helps him kill Lazar, they can be co-owners of this whole criminal empire. The only catch, he'll have to become a vampire himself. At this point, Frank decides, why not?
Bite me.
Better than being dinner. Lambert knocks out Joey and proceeds to chomp into Frank. He's not gonna be a puppet like Sammy either. Lambert gives him the full treatment, which involves feeding him some of his own blood. Frank completes his transformation by vomiting up just like all his blood, I think. I mean, it seems like all of it. For this effect, blood was pumped through tubes going into Stevens' mouth, which then bounced off a backplate that pushed the blood back out. It was enhanced with blood elements filmed on a green screen. Other practical effects included a prosthetic arm for Abigail that looks like a little bloody push pop, and a prosthetic neck piece for Duran with meaty pieces Newton could tear out with her teeth. It reminds me of those Jurassic Park dinosaur toys with the dino damage wounds. Lambert's thrilled to have a new best bud, but Frank stabs him in the back. To another big wet explosion.
That's for setting me up, you undead prick.
Damn. Arrives, having predicted Lambert's betrayal. She moves to finish off Frank, but with his newfound vampire strength, he gives Abby a taste of her own medicine. During the fight, Joey lifts the lockdown and grabs her phone, then escapes as Frank finishes his ballerina buffet.
I fucking hate ballet.
Joey finds the secret passageway's been sealed back up, so she calls her son and leaves him an emotional voicemail goodbye.
You're the one good thing I did in life. And I just needed you to hear that.
Frank finds her and unsympathetically tosses her back into the library. He's a full-on bad guy vampire now.
Wow.
Joey's still prepared to fight it.
Let's have some fun.
This fight is sick.
Ooh.
He wants to stick his heart with a wooden stick, but she can't match his strength, and he tosses her from the second story. He's saved by a last-minute swan dive that begins an alliance of convenience.
I'm too weak to take him alone.
Abigail and Joey team up against Frank, and the three of them have an all-out vampire plus one human fight.
I knew he was
The
gonna say
ladies
that.
have a strong start. I mean, Vaught done told us. Girls get it done. And Barrera, as proven in the Scream sequels, is a reliable action movie ass kicker.
I love the adrenaline.
But Frank is still a formidable foe. And Joey gets poked with a poker, which is then pulled out the other side. Turns Joey into his puppet with a bite and commands her to help him kill Abigail. But his technique's a little off, so Joey delivers a surprise attack.
Got him.
Abigail joins in. She tells him that he can't just be turning people right off the bat.
It takes a long fucking time to learn how to do all the cruel shit.
The ladies regain the upper hand, and with their powers combined, they stake Frank into a red-hot bloody oblivion. Aw, man, all those books in there are probably ruined. Abigail agrees to let Joey go since they're gal pals now, but her exit's interrupted by the arrival of Abby's daddy, Christoph Lazar, who says he goes by many names, including presumably Dracula. Lazar's all too happy to gobble up Joey, but Drac's daughter intervenes on her behalf. She calls him out for being an absentee father.
She was here when you weren't.
That cutting remark gets through to him, so he lets Joey go after telling her his and Frank's favorite sketch comedy show.
I think you should leave.
Joey gets outside where the crew's van is still waiting. She pops in one last piece of candy before driving off, and the movie ends with a final tribute to Angus Cloud, R.I.P. How many kidnappers took a swan dive into death? Let's find out and get to the numbers.
Lord.
Oh, no, don't open that window! No!
Yup.
We counted 47 kills in Abigail, with the victims consisting of 5 men, 1 woman, and 41 floaters in that pool that we are not going to bother sifting through, so sorry about this on-point pie chart. We've only counted 47 kills once before on this show, in the original Purge. Such a small number compared to its sequels. With a runtime of 113 minutes, Abigail had a kill on average every 2.4 minutes. I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to Frank. There are a few exploding vampires here, but Frank's was the biggest, bloodiest, and most well-deserved. The dull machete for lamest kill will go to Rickles, since I'm not even really sure what happened to him. Come on, that guy was cool. And that's it. Abigail was released in 2024 to positive reviews, but a disappointing box office.
Of course.
Next week, we return to the VHS franchise, but until then, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count.
On the next Kill Count.
We don't need this. We saw the VHS, so we can kind of skip this. Since I did see VHS too.
On the pictured streaming platforms. Demi always recommends you watch the movie for yourself before its kill count. It's the only way to have your own properly informed opinion. Kill counts are never meant to replace the experience of watching a film.
Thanks a lot for watching this Kill Count for Abigail. I just realized we got like 3 weeks in a row of radio silence. They did a segment in last week's VHS Kill Count. They obviously did Abigail. And they don't direct or write anything in VHS 2, but I'm pretty sure they're a producer on it. Maybe not. Did they just produce the newer ones? I don't know, man. As a big fan of, those guys as my friends, and a fan of this movie, I was sad that it didn't do better.
So explain why they did it in between.
It's weird how vampire movies just seem to just not do great at the box office. Renfield underperformed, Last Voyage of the Demeter underperformed, Abigail underperformed. Good luck.
Wow. Yeah, maybe vampires and some folks are played out now. Who knows? Other than that, this actually was a good kill count. Y'all pick right on this one. So I'm not sure if Nosferatu going to come back and be ready by this Friday. If not, I will do another poll. Other than that, if you like more reaction to this, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.